Thank you for tuning in to the Cajun Escapade Shenanigans. Let me close my vent right here. I had to close my vent, that way y'all could hear my American Idol voice. But we're on our way to work, so we're gonna go ahead and use this time and this ride to talk about 1.5 year ownership, 4,400 miles. I went to do some riding yesterday, but I didn't really like the footage that I captured. That cloud building up right there. But you know what? We get wet, we get wet. We're on that night shift, hashtag nocturnal light. Welling them people pipe up. But we're finna get on the road called Bull Run Road. It's a little curvy, it got some little twisty. A lot of rocks on the road though. I ain't gonna be dragging knee or nothing. Especially with this 1821. Maybe supermoto wheels one day, 17-inch. But we'll see. I'm happy with it like it is for now. So you know, again, in case you haven't seen the previous videos I did, and you know, hey, feel free to go back and click on them and watch them. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, give me a subscribe. The list of mods I have as far as performance is concerned is Moto X exhaust, full system, stainless headers, titanium muffler. I have the DNA air filter. I have the 550 Performance Stage 1 ECU tune, 87 octane. And that's about it. Stock gearing, stock sprockets. I got the Serbies X Factory handguards. Flatland Racing skid plate, aluminum skid plate. I have a tail tidy from, I don't remember where I ordered it from. Maybe, I don't know if it was CRFs only or what. It came from Thailand, but I really like it. It allows me to utilize my factory license plate light, which I like. Because I've seen, as good as Yoshimura is, I've seen the lights for the license plate, and I don't like them. They look kind of dim. So I'm glad I was able to utilize the factory license plate light. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Exhaust, DNA filter, ECU, I feel like I'm forgetting something, but that's about it as far as performance. Now, tell you what, I feel like I gained bottom end. Now this was back in the day, I fixed the issue, but I feel like I gained bottom end when I first put the exhaust, but I lost a lot of top end. And after doing some research, they say is the spark arrestor, not the baffle. The baffle should not affect performance. I actually have the baffle in right now, and I drilled it so I could tune it like I want. Not too quiet, not too loud. But the spark arrestor sits on the other end of the muffler, where the muffler meets the mid pipe. Your baffle sits in there. It's a little screen. I took that out, and man, I gained my top end back. It's still like it would do. I was barely getting 70 with the spark arrestor in there. Now that I took it out, I'm back to factory like mid 80s. Sometimes I struggle to get 83. Sometimes I get 87. It just depends on how the wind's blowing and what I'm wearing. But you know, it didn't turn it into a 450. The bike runs good. I think it runs a little better. But it's not gonna completely transform the bike like some people say. You know, if you're happy with it stock, ride with it stock. But they say it you know, it's running lean from the factory. to meet the emission standards and all of that, and that's not real healthy for your engine. You know, it runs hotter, and it's just not good. So with the ECU tune, it'll help it out in that manner too. But with the pipe I have and no heat shield, I still feel some heat coming off the exhaust, but I believe it helped. You know, it's getting a little more fuel, and it didn't completely kill my fuel economy either, because I'm always on the throttle hard, you know, to hear the exhaust. I'm still getting like 64 mpg, and if I wanted to and I take it easy, I could get up to 70 again. But with the way I ride, with the modifications I have, you know, I'll get about 64. I just filled up, so right now it says 61.1. I just hit 4,400 miles on the bike yesterday. And by the way, I still have my stock front tire. A lot of people hate on the stock tires, but I guess most of y'all are more off-road riders. I'm way more street. And the stock tires were pretty good on the street. They wasn't too great off-road, but they did the trick. Well, I'm getting stung up with love bug. But I still have my stock front, and I went with the Dunlop D605 rear, and it's absolutely perfect for what I want it for. I don't want nothing too aggressive where it's gonna hurt me on the street. I don't want nothing too street biased where it's gonna hurt me off-road. And I feel like the Dunlop D605 is absolutely perfect. So far so good. I love it. I got probably close to 1,000 miles on the rear on the D605, and I think I got around 3,400 with my factory tire, my stock tire, the IRC. And I'm surprised I got that much, but I still had grip on the edges, but the middle was slick. I didn't have no knobs in the middle. But I mean, hey, just like everybody else says, man, this bike is absolutely amazing for what it is. It ain't a race bike. It ain't a race bike. But man, I let it sit for a little over 2 months, man. It must have been 9 weeks. Maybe a little more than 9 weeks. I let the bike sit. That's the longest I ever let it sit. And I got on it yesterday, man. When you hit that button, that thing will crank up, and it's running like a clock. And the reason I prefer the 300 over the 450, man, I'm not trying to do maintenance on my bike every other week. Like, let's say I put 3,000 or 4,000 miles a year. Honda says 8,000 mile oil changes. I'll never wait 8,000 miles before I change the oil. But if I'm putting 3,000 or 4,000 a year, or even 5, I mean, I'm gonna change it once a year and be good. The 450 is a higher compression engine. It's a detuned dirt bike, and they say oil changes every 600 miles. And they say if you don't run it too hard, you can push it and do it every 1,000. But still, nah. And then valve checks every whatever it is. So with this 300, it's a street bike engine from the CBR 300, the CB 300R. You know, it's a street bike engine, and less maintenance. So yeah, it's not a race bike, but it's fun to ride on back roads like this. Planet capable off-road. And I'm not great off-road, you know. I need to brush up on my off-road skills and do more off-road riding. And like yesterday, I was hitting some bumps, and it almost bucked me off. Yeah, the suspension is real soft, and it rebounds hard. So you know, it's pretty much perfect on the street. Absolutely perfect on the street. But when you start going off-road and you get some speed, you got to be careful. Or even if you're going slow and you hit some big bumps, you got to be careful. It don't want to buck you off. I feel, you know, just like when I had my super sport bikes, I went through about 2 rears to 1 front, and it looks like that's what I'm gonna do here. So when I'm ready for new tires, I don't know what I'm gonna get in the front yet. Now I was looking at the Continental TKC 80s, but it's hard to find nowadays, and they had a big recall because they were putting them on the KTMs and Husqvarnas, and they recalled like 60,000 or 80,000 bikes because of the tire. And now it's hard to find those tires. But that's my two favorite, the Continental TKC 80 and the Dunlop D605. I'll probably go back with the D605 and maybe get a D605 front. I don't know. And I mean, it's good on the street, no complaints whatsoever. Like I said, I don't cut it off off-road, but so far off-road has been all right. So we covered the tires. You know, the DNA, the exhaust, it'll make a tiny difference, especially on bottom end with this Moto X. And everybody says Yoshimura is the best, and I believe it. You know, I believe with the Yoshimura, it'll be better throughout the whole rev range. Whereas this Moto X, with that expansion chamber, that Mega Bomb or expansion chamber right there, that'll want to give you more torque, more bottom end, but top end, you're not really gaining too much. Whereas the Yoshimura, you know, it speaks for itself, Yoshimura. Then I put the tune. I think I was expecting a little bit more out of the tune, but I would say it definitely made it better, not worse. You know, yeah, it's worth it. If it, you know, the bike is so lean from the factory, it's better to get the tune, I would say. And now all that 91 octane stuff, nah, I wouldn't do that. You might as well go with the 87, man, and that's just my opinion, but you might as well go with the 87 octane. 91 octane ain't shit. Might as well just go with the 87 for a bike like this. I really don't understand the purpose of the 91. But I tell you what, if anybody has the mods I have, you know, where you didn't change the cams and everything, and there's similar mods to what I have, and you have the 91 octane stock sprockets, I'll be happy to do a little pull and see if it makes a difference, you know, with quickness. But in my opinion, you might as well get the 87 octane. The DNA filter, like I said, I don't go through a whole lot of dirt. I haven't looked at my filter in a while, but I don't have many miles on it either. You could hear a little more intake noise, you know. They gave it a little bit. All of those mods, like the exhaust, the filter, and the ECU, those three things adds up, you know, to where you'll feel the difference. But like I said, it ain't gonna turn it into a full 50 all of a sudden. But yeah, it definitely helped. Tires are great. And I have a rack from crfsonly.com, and I have a Nelson Rig tail bag, which I took it off right now. I got a hard time getting my whole leg over that. I mean, I could do it, but it's kind of a pain sometimes. And I took the bag off for now. And I had a damn protective thing over my screen right here, but yesterday and right now I'm looking at it. Either that screen protector is there and I just can't see it, or it came off without me knowing. But I kind of want to say it came off. I'm gonna have to really check and feel. I'm gonna have to really feel, but it looks like that screen protector came off, which is surprising because it never gave me no warning signs like it was starting to come off. But for some reason, I don't think it's on there anymore. Now, it came two in the pack. One of them was kind of like a frosty finish to prevent glare, but I put the clear one on, and I don't never have an issue with glare. Boy, them love bugs are stinging me up. But yeah, I think I lost my screen protector. It's only a couple of dollars. I'm gonna get another one. or later on when I park, I'm gonna check it out. But the bike has been absolutely amazing. Yeah, man. I don't know. No, it does look like my screen protector's on there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look. We're gonna do a little pull right here like we always do. The bike is so slow that it feels fast whenever you wind it out, but it's not really fast, you know. 0 to 60, I would say maybe just over 6 seconds. You know, probably around 7 seconds, completely stock. And with the modifications I did, I think I got it to about 6.5 seconds, 0 to 60. And that's another thing with the stage 1 ECU tune. It raised your red line. So from the factory, your red line at 10,500, and the tune increased your red line by 500. So now the red line is at 11. But once you get that high in RPMs, it dies off anyway, you know. I would say your peak power is made at about 8 grand. Once you get past 8, it starts dying off. Whereas, you know, from with the Yoshimura pipe, it'll probably still pull past 8,000 RPM. Look at my fuel mileage. I was just cruising 65.1. Not bad at all. Oh, and I have a Zeta clutch lever because I have the factory brake lever. I don't have a problem with the brake lever. It's good. But my clutch lever was hitting the handguard. So I went ahead and I put a shorter clutch lever. It got a little wiggle. The stock lever didn't have any wiggle. It just felt a little better, but this one has a lot of wiggle. But I still like it. I'm gonna keep it on there. But if y'all have any questions or suggestions, please type it in the comments below. The truck is clean. Well, I tell you what, that got me messed up right now. It's confusing the hell out of me. I don't know if that screen protector's on there or what. I can't tell. I'm gonna find out and I'm gonna let y'all know, because in the morning when I get off work, we're gonna go ahead and film a little more and talk a little more. Maybe if there's anything that I forgot to cover. It's hard to get a wave out of people on a real bike. Especially Harley sport. Them Harley riders don't like to wave to a dual sport. Sometimes they do. They look like my partner right there in that dually. Big old F350. That thing's fast too, boy. Chaw. Big ass heavy truck like that, and it's quick. Gotta take a little detour. I also have the Nelson Rig tank bag, which I absolutely love. They got neoprene that covers the zipper. It's waterproof. You got a clear part on top, so you can put your phone or your map. I got the SRC Moto 12-volt socket, and you know, charge my phone or whatever. And the reason I wanted the 12-volt instead of the USB is because if I get a straight USB, that's all I could do is plug USB in it. But if I go with the 12-volt socket, then I'll have the 12-volt if I need it, and I could always use an adapter, which is what I do have for the USB. It's factory wired for this accessory. It just plugs in. If y'all need me to show y'all exactly where it's at, leave in the comments below. Oh, and I also have the Cyclops 10.0. I wasn't sure how I felt about it at first. Now, it's definitely bright. Damn, the love bugs are bad right here. So that Cyclops 10.0 H4 is definitely bright. But the question is, can you see better than you can with the factory halogen? I'm not sure about that. Now that might sound like I'm, what you call that? What that word I'm looking for? Contradicting. It might sound like I'm contradicting myself. But I think the LED is a lot brighter. However, just something about it, I feel like I can't see quite as good as with the factory light. But I still like it enough to where I'm gonna leave it on there. I'm not going back factory. If there's anything that I might have forgot, I'll let y'all know in the morning on my way home. But basically, hey, if you got the funds, man, to get an ECU, a couple of people asked me about the ECU. If you got the funds to get an ECU, go ahead, it ain't gonna hurt. What I think about the Moto X exhaust, I love it. If you got $800 to throw in a Yoshi mirror, get the Yoshi mirror. But I think I paid like $360 for this Moto X, and I'm completely happy with it. You know, half the price. I'm running an AGV K1 helmet with the mirror lens. I have a gold iridium lens from AGV, but this one I'm running right now is a red mirror, and it's an Amazon one. I can't find an AGV red mirror lens for this helmet, but this Amazon one is doing just fine. Bike is absolutely amazing. I mean, I love it. DNA filter, I'm happy with it. A lot of people say the sponge ones are better. This one here is more like a K&N type, but I also have a pre-filter. That's what I did. I also took like some old AC filter, some thin stuff, and I cut it and I put it over the filter, and I oiled it down. So it does have a DNA filter, but I have a pre-filter on it. Stock mirrors, stock shifter, stock pegs. Yeah, I think them love bugs are attracted to red. Or maybe I just smell sweet, I don't know. For those of you not in Louisiana or not in the area where love bugs are common, let me tell you what a love bug is. Excuse my French, alright? They ought to call it a fuck bug. The reason they call them love bugs is because they always stuck together. They got two of them stuck together. Them things fuck more than rabbits, more than people. So if you see two love bugs or two anything stuck together, you know what they're doing, you know. Love bugs are everywhere. So I'm taking them out, you know. They got their last moments of their life hitting up against me, my bike, my shield. So you see them two right there? They were fucking when they died. But I guess it's a good way to go out. You can't beat that. We're gonna make it to work just in time. They got that rain cloud building up right there. Hopefully oh man, I want to go back and see what that says on the road right there. Somebody spray painted something on the road. I thought about that the other day. I said, when I'm on my bike, I'm gonna go slow and see what it says. But yeah, they got a rain cloud building up right there. Hopefully the rain comes down hard enough to wash them love bugs off my bike. Let's whip it around. Oh man, I'm gonna have to just jump this median right here. They ain't got nowhere to turn around. I should have just jumped over. We're gonna go back though. We're gonna check it out. First, oh, right here. I was about to hit that roundabout on their ass. I'd have hit a 360 on that roundabout. Die Kim Bergeron. Damn, 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 boy. Somebody spray painted Die Kim Bergeron on the road. She must have cheated on him. Or maybe he's just psycho. I don't know. You know, ain't no telling. Come on, man. Don't handle it like that. Sure. Some little half-ass roundabout action. I tell you what, even on these skinny 2118 setup, the bike is still real nimble. Still nimble. With 17s, you know, aka supermoto trim. Yeah, it would be better. But I feel like high, like this bike is, feel like you're on a damn horse. You know, I had to get used to it when I first got it. But it's like, it doesn't lean in as quick, but it wants to like fall into the turn. Won't, but it's real nimble. It's real nimble, but it's like it wants to fall into the turn. Whereas with 17-inch wheels, I would imagine, boy, as soon as you lean it, you know, it goes down, and you know, you could use more of your tire because you have more tire, and it just corners better. But it's still nimble with this dirt bike wheel setup. Boy, it feels good out you. 6:37 a.m. We're on our way home from work, and earlier in the video I was talking about my list of modifications, and I felt like I was forgetting something. Couldn't remember what it was. Well, it was the airbox lid. So as far as performance mods, it would be the Moto X full exhaust system, 550 performance ECU stage 1, 87 octane DNA air filter, and the 550 performance airbox lid. I'm not sure how much it makes a difference, but the airbox lid was the other thing I was trying to think of. 58 6 gear, roll on the throttle. There's 70. I mean, it didn't throw my head back, but you know, you could still accelerate without having a downshift. Now earlier too, like I mentioned with the spark arrestor, there was a time I was doing like 55, 58, and I tried passing up a car, and I barely got past. I was barely able to get up to 65, and I knew something wasn't right. But yeah, I removed the spark arrestor, and I gained that back, gained that top end back. Boy, it feels good out here. We had a wildfire right here the other day. Let's go check it out. I've been living in Louisiana for 42 years, and I didn't know we had wildfires in Louisiana until a couple of weeks ago. Same time everything else is burning, and that shop I worked in was smoked out, like smoked out. Fog was, I mean, that smoke was thick. And I read the fire was in a marsh somewhere in this area right here on my left. Damn, that's a little chilly. A little 72 degrees is chilly. But yeah, supposedly what I read, the wildfire was right here. But anyway, bike is running absolutely amazing. I just met a fella with a KLR, man. Dude at work seen me with my helmet, asked me what kind of bike I got. He said he got a KLR. And then he said the bike is light. Shit, I'm thinking to myself, that's heavy. That's heavy compared to this. I don't really love the KLRs, but you know, if it's a tank, you know, it does what it's supposed to do. I would take this places, I wouldn't take a KLR, and I would take a KLR on the interstate, which I wouldn't take this. But like I was saying, let's check out the mileage. 4,463 miles. I did my oil change about 800 miles ago. No, 797 miles ago. I reset trip A. We're good to go till next March, next year. I'm not going to be changing sprockets. A lot of people gear them down for off-road, but I do a lot of street, so I don't want to lose nothing. I mean, I like it the way it is now. Damn, I'm a little chilly. 72 degrees and I'm chilly. And I actually smell smoke. Something might still be burning around here. There's that damn snowman and that dragon right there on that van. That's what's burning. Oh yeah, definitely got smoke in the air. Put it in the air. Smoke him if he got him. Put the smoke in the air. But yeah, like I said, if y'all got any questions or comments, we are here in South Louisiana, deep South Louisiana. Y'all got any questions or comments about the 21 CRF 300L? Please leave a comment below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I feel like my phone's about to fall out of my pocket. I'm gonna catch back up with y'all in a few. Every time I pass right here, I think about that, man. Allegedly, back in July 2018, me and my partner, Titan versus Titan, were passing right here at allegedly a high rate of speed. They had some cops sitting over there at their store. Now this is not allegedly, alright? What really happened was they set up a damn roadblock up there. Whoa, 2 hands on the wheel, 2 hands on the wheel. I would ride with one hand, had to get on the brakes and then make sure that car behind me wasn't fitting to hit me. Gotta be alert out here. But allegedly, we were drag racing. But I tell you what, let me cut back to this. You see that light right there where I had to jam the brakes? I didn't think twice about it. There was no way I was gonna try to beat that light. You wouldn't believe how many vehicles I seen pass up the red light going the other way. So anyway, allegedly, we were drag racing, and we got about right here, they had a roadblock. Right here, I stopped my truck right there. Me and the old boy. They had a damn state trooper sitting right here, roadblock for it. Still paying for that. Hello, state trooper right there. And I tell you what, I was riding right here talking about the same stuff a while back. Just like I'm doing now, riding my bike talking about it. And as I'm talking about it, they had a state trooper sitting over there. Oh man, Then they just had another cop coming out that side street. I need to quit passing right here. At least I'm doing the speed limit though. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one out. Thank you for watching the Cajun Escapades channel, and please consider subscribing, hit that like button, and leave a comment. Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one.